reconnect.
Oh, good.
I think you're on now. It says live.
So now they don't know my big secret.
You're stupid?
I'm
She's
stupid.
not really stupid.
No,
She
I
says
said
she
it.
is, but she's
I
not.
said it. Listen, I'm not a rocket scientist, but I've never claimed to be. All right, there I am
There you
in
are.
my dress.
In your dress.
I'm very confusing when it comes to that because I'm actually pretty smart, but I'm also pretty stupid at the same time.
Most people are. If they're very smart, they're very stupid.
I have common sense more than other people have, but I don't know book stuff.
See,
I'm
my
not a
daughter-
book smart person.
My daughter-in-law's book smart, but she has absolutely no common sense.
I have
at
common
all.
sense, and I have a very weird ability to do the things that I do. Like, you put a sewing machine in front of me, and
you're
I can
good.
tell you things about the machine even though I've never used it. Ask me where Colorado is on a map. 85%
You know
chance
what
I'm
you
going to
say?
get it wrong.
That's where Karen lives.
It's that way. That way. I don't know. I have no idea.
Good morning, guys.
And that is me in a
Everybody's popping
nutshell.
right in here.
Yep, here we are.
Aw, she loves us all. Phew. Good thing.
Thank God.
Yeah, really.
I have to head out to
Charlie.
Maine.
I have to tell you, it's a little bit of a shout out, and now I feel super bad because I can't remember her name. She's one of our YouTube followers, and she said she found me, and she loves all of us, and we make her laugh, and
That's
she thinks that
great.
we're fantastic. So I can't remember who said that. It was a comment on last Friday's video, so now I'm that jerk.
Did you
but
see the person that said that we are so much comedy?
yeah, the
SMC?
email that I
Yes.
sent. Oh yes, that was the email that I
SMC?
sent.
Or-
When
yeah.
you guys send me nice emails, I send it to them too, and I let them see. And we got a very nice email that said we have basically brought comedy to COVID for her because she is a nurse that works in infectious disease, and being a nurse.
God bless you.
Proud of all of you that can do
Exactly.
that. Being a nurse that has to work even harder during these times, you're an amazing
saint.
person.
You're
You're a
tops.
saint. Because I couldn't, and it might have been the thing that pushed me over the edge and said, you know what, I think I don't want to be a nurse anymore. So, just, it's a lot. And all the people that have had to educate their children at home,
Oh, God bless them too. I'm so glad I
I
have
keep
grown kids.
jokingly saying I've been a single mom this week because Eric's been out of town. I have dogs. Like, they're not legit children, but I cannot even imagine if I did have a 6 and a 4-year-old at home
Oh, I can't.
by myself and to have to educate them. And clearly I've done a terrible job educating them. They're not smart. They know where the treats are. That's about all they've ever learned. And they know sit. So, two things.
Wow, somebody made a daybreak wallet and it sold within 2 hours at a craft fair.
Awesome.
That was Christina.
Wow.
Davidson.
Good. I'm so glad you're
Yes.
selling them. That's awesome. And I was telling them this morning, and I thought this was really funny, and I don't know if she'll watch at some point. Apparently my little sister, my little 22-year-old sister, who's all scientific and not into sewing, and I was pretty sure paid no attention to me at all, told me yesterday how excited she was about the new pattern and how you guys seem so excited and the kits and this and that. And I was reading the comments, and I was like, I'm sorry, I just hallucinated. You were what? You were reading the comments on my stuff? Wow. So I was a little blown away by that. So Em, if you're watching, hey. She's not. She's probably teaching right now. She is a grad student, so she gets to teach a lab.
And she volunteers at the animal shelter.
And she volunteers at the animal shelter. Yes, she's a good kid. But yeah, teaching has been a new thing for her. I don't know if it's something she wants to do full time, but she's doing it. So
Not an easy job.
it's not an easy job. And as a teacher of bag making and sewing, that can be a stressful and not easy job. And as a teacher of science, I would not do well. The children would learn nothing. I don't know anything about science. So, but that's not what we're here to talk about today.
She's in class and she does 2 labs. Your mother clarified.
She's teaching 2 labs? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
We got that
and
straight.
now that she's doing her science stuff, I'm going to teach you about rivet presses today. So I didn't write anything else down except for today's topic. I don't think we really have anything else to say. I think that's pretty much
Throw
it.
your questions out there then.
Throw your questions out there. We're going to jump right into it. I may have your questions wait until the end if they're not rivet press related, but again, I'm always happy to answer. Thank you for all the love on the Fiona video. You guys have been loving that, and I plan on doing another video this weekend. I'm not telling you which one because it's a toss-up, and I've gotten 4 different bag requests. 2 are kind of weighing heavier than the other 2, so I don't know which one will get chosen this weekend, but
It's a crap
One
shoot.
will get chosen. It's a mystery. So before we get into today's topic, which I think you guys probably know what we're talking about, kind of, sort of, I just want to say, I'm prefacing this whole video by saying, if you have taken my recommendation and you already bought a rivet set or rivet setter and you bought a gold star tool, do not think that this video is me trying to tell you that I made a mistake and you picked the wrong. It's not that. It's not that. Today is going to be a comparison video because I bought my gold star, which you guys have seen, Barney. I have my purple Barney. But I also bought myself a Kam Snap setter. So this video is not to convince you that you need to buy two unless you need to, and just tell your spouse that I told you you have to. Tell your children it's necessary. Tell them that I said so. But you do not have to. I buy things sometimes when I'm sad, and I was sad because I didn't have two presses, so I bought another one. I also bought a brand new wardrobe, as Marlene has pointed out. Sometimes I just do things. I like to shop online. So I'm going to tell you, yes, before we get into it, yes.
Well, because it's a rivet related question, but I don't want to interrupt you.
Yes.
Do we sell the rivet snaps?
We sell rivets. We just sell 8mm rivets.
Right.
And I'm going to talk to you about why we don't have the snaps and what may happen or may not happen in the future with that. I don't know. Let me get through this and you probably will understand a little bit better. So today is the video that all of you needed and none of you knew you wanted. It's the head-to-head Kam Snap versus Gold Star tool. And I'm super excited to do this because I only saw one other person on YouTube do this, and I did not watch her video. I don't know her name. I'm not crediting anybody because I didn't watch her video. It just popped up, probably because I've been looking at rivet presses and the internet knows everything that you do. And so it popped up and I just browsed through the comments, and it seemed like she very heavily leaned towards one and wasn't really happy with the other one. And that's not going to be this video. I kind of like them both for different reasons. So if you don't own a rivet press and you're still on the fence about it, I hope that today will push you in one direction or another, whether you want one or which one you want to get, because I think they both have strengths and they both have some weaknesses, and they both do a lot of very comparable things. So we're going to go through side by side. I'm going to tell you what I like about each one, what I don't like. This is not a sales pitch because I don't care if you buy one. I have no dog in this fight. I don't care if you already have one, don't want one, it doesn't matter. The only thing I will say is if you want to ever put rivets in, I would highly suggest investing in a press, because doing it by hand, I personally think is a nightmare. I was never able to get them in with the little anvil and the hammer. They never look good. So if any of this appeals to you, you can decide which one you want to do. Yes, Barb, you have another question for me?
Well, they can't see the rivet presses.
I'm going to hold them up for you, so
Okay.
don't worry.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The problem is they're really heavy, so it's hard to hold them up, and I don't have anything to lean them on, so I will hold it up and show you, and then I'll talk to you. And I'll make sure that I post some pictures too. So I don't know where the box is. I had one right there, and I must have used it for something. Barb's going to see if she can find something, because they're heavy. Well, Marlene is. Someone is. Don't worry. Actually, Mar, what about one of those baskets? That might be taller.
Yeah, that'll be better.
We'll try this, and you guys, and you can tell me if you can see this better.
Yeah.
I made a whole list here. I have a whole comparison list to show you. So,
She does.
I do. I have notes. I have lists. I love lists. All right.
It's for stickies.
This is not going to be the best for using it, but can you see it better? Is that better?
It's still not high enough.
Okay.
You can only
Well,
see the top of it.
Still not
It's
high.
better.
All right. Well, since it's just going to sit in front of me, I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah.
So that's okay. All right. So this one right here is the Kam Snap. Okay. It's the light pink one. This one is 11 pounds, 8 ounces. That's a large baby. So this, I will not be holding for too long. So this is an 11 pound. And then this one is my gold. I weighed them today. This is the Gold Star. This is 7 pounds, 8 ounces. I think that's what I weighed.
Oh,
No, actually I was bigger
So
than
you're
that.
doing it with
Just
the
one
charm
hand.
so that
So
you're getting
yes, so if you
workout.
get two, you can, you can do it. It really kills you when you don't work out. So that is them together.
Looks like a bunny rabbit. on the side.
Okay, I'm not holding them anymore. So that is a lot of rivet press. So in comparison, the Kam Snap is slightly larger than the Gold Star. Does that make any difference? No, it really doesn't matter. This one weighs about 4 pounds more, the Kam Snap, and it's a little bit bigger. Like, comparison-wise, it's a little taller and it's a little wider, but that doesn't make any difference to what it can do. And I'm gonna stop lifting them up because it hurts my arms and because I don't want to shake the camera. So let's look at them and take a look at what's good and what's bad, and we'll talk about prices and we'll talk about all that kind of stuff, because they do each offer their own, you know, their own strengths. So in no particular order, I just kind of started writing stuff down. The Gold Star press, and this is the funny thing, both of their websites have the presses for $10 off, and I've seen it for $10 off every time I've looked, so I think that that's just kind of the regular price. It's kind of weird. And Sue Smith did send me an email and say that Gold Star is having a 5% off sale this weekend, so if you're interested or need anything, they're having a Labor Day sale. So the Gold Star comes in 5 different colors. Again, the color doesn't matter, but I know it matters to some of you. That's why I got a purple one. It comes in 5 colors. There is no charge for different colors. So if you want a purple or a red or a blue, whatever color you choose, they're all the same price. And right now, the press by itself is $59.99, okay? So $60, 5 colors to choose from. First, very small flaw in Kam Snaps, and I know that it is insignificant to its use, but it was just one of those things that I can't let go. The press itself is $69.98 for the green one. It is $81.98 for the pink. Why? I have no idea. And the painting's not that great, so I don't feel like I really got extra. It's just a different color, and I was like, well, let me see if the pink is fancier. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. It only matters if it actually matters to you. If you got them both in green or either in green, it doesn't matter. So, but I'm just saying, there is an upcharge if you want the pink one, and I don't really see why. So that's one little negative towards Kam Snaps that I wasn't super impressed about. The other thing I will say about Kam Snaps, and don't worry, I have good and bad to say about both of them. I'm not hating on either one. I would not, because I like them both and I'm glad I have them both. Kam Snap requires this piece right here. You see this little metal piece? It pops up. You have to have that to use any of your dies. However, it doesn't come with the press. So you have to order it separately. And it is $9.99 for the adapter. And if you don't have the adapter, the press doesn't work. It's very well publicized on the website. They tell you that. But my brain says, but why wouldn't it just come with the package? Why can't I just get the press and the handle, which always comes separate? You have to put them on with both of them because it would be awkward to ship it. Why can't it just come with the adapter? I found it strange. I do appreciate that they make sure you know that, but why? My question is why? Because I need it. You know, I don't know, it's like selling you a sewing machine and saying you really need the foot pedal to operate it, but it doesn't come with it. Make sure you buy it separately. If I need it, just put it in with the price. So I had to spend an additional $10 to get an adapter. So right off the rip, the Kam Snap one is more expensive than the Gold Star. But that doesn't always stick because the Gold Star dies are more. So it goes back and forth, and that is why this video may be confusing and you might be going, well, which one should I buy? Which is your favorite? I don't have a favorite. I like them both for different reasons. And I just want to say before we get into this more, the reason I didn't do this earlier, the reason I didn't do this last year when I got a rivet press, and why I didn't decide to do them both and do a comparison is I buy things either out of convenience. For instance, my first sewing machine was a Husqvarna because that was the closest dealer to me. I didn't know a lot about them, but that was who was close, so I went and bought a Husqvarna because I didn't know anything else. Or I buy because of things that I've heard, and all I ever heard from everybody I followed that made bags was Gold Star, Gold Star, Gold Star. I thought Kam Snaps did plastic snaps and only plastic snaps because everyone that had mentioned Kam Snaps was talking about plastic snaps. I didn't think that they were the same product, that I even need to look at it. As soon as I bought my Gold Star, a few of you said, oh, Kam Snaps sells one too. And I was like, are you sure? Because I thought they only did plastic snaps. I didn't realize they were actually the same type of item. So that was my mistake. So in case you ever thought that too, please tell me somebody in the universe thought that too. When it's all that you see, you assume. Don't assume. You know what they say when you assume. Mm-hmm. So starting with pricing, Kam Snap is higher, Kam Snap is heavier, And the Gold Star is a little bit less expensive and comes in 5 colors that don't matter, but you know, we like pretty things.
And it comes with the adapter.
And it comes with the it's built in. It doesn't even need an adapter. But okay, so let's go down now and look at our dies. The Gold Star dies range from $35 to about $55. They do have a couple that are for very large things that are $75. I don't think that I need any of those. They're for really large pieces, so they're really big chunky pieces of metal. So most of their dies are $35 to $55. The Kam Snap dies are in the $30 to $36 range, so definitely a much lower price die. So when you're looking at a press, the press itself you only have to buy once. The dies are the things that you're going to keep buying as you do different things, different projects, if you're doing snaps, if you're doing grommets, rivets. So the dies, you have to kind of keep that in mind too. If you're going to use this for several things, you're going to need several dies. If you're using it for one thing, you only need that one die. Yes, Barb?
I have a die question.
Yeah.
Are they interchangeable? Can you use the... Okay.
And that is a great question. So they also have rivet presses that you'll see like on Amazon and other websites, lesser known names. All of the rivet presses have their own sizes. You can't interchange the dies. I did see this morning, and it was the first time I saw it, that Kam Snaps has an adapter for Gold Star. I did not buy it, but I'm thinking about buying it because I want to see if it's in a, for everything. The only thing that I was curious about, it looked kind of chunky, that if I put that in my press, do I have a lot of room left to put a die in it? Because the part had to screw in, it looked kind of big. So I don't know, and now I probably have to buy that too. Because I'm curious. But if you have more than one die, or let's say somebody is like, hey, I bought a rivet press and I don't want it, you want it, make sure that you're buying from that company to get their dies, otherwise you will be very disappointed when the Gold Star and the Kam Snap pieces don't go together. They have, it's the same principle. The top part has a screw, the bottom part sets in. There's a screw here that you can tighten. I never tighten it because I don't feel the need to. You just plop the bottom part in. This screw and that screw, not the same size. So you can't just go back and forth and interchange them. I also found that the hardware that they sell doesn't necessarily interchange very well. The hardware that Gold Star sells goes with Gold Star dies. Same thing with Kam Snap. So if you're accumulating a lot of different hardware and snaps and different things from different places, make sure you know where they came from and make sure that you have the correct die for that. That is another thing. And let me get into customer service here. This is going to kind of lead into that. I personally like the Gold Star website a little bit better. And the reason is, if I go into Gold Star and I'm like, I want these snaps, I want these ring snaps. And side note, I said ring and spring and I interchanged them all last week. I don't know the difference. I keep forgetting. These are ring snaps. Pay attention to what I put on the YouTube video, not what comes out of my mouth, because I always get them all messed up. These are ring snaps. If I want these ring snaps from Gold Star, when I order them, right underneath is a drop-down box. So it says, what color do you want? You pick your color. Underneath it says, do you need a press? And I said no, because I already have one. And underneath that is another drop-down that says, do you need the die set? And they instantly have it all linked there. So when I order these, I don't have to go, what set do I need? Did I get the right one? Because I did make an error. This is a single cap snap. I ordered double cap snaps by accident, not the same dies. So same company, they look the same, can't use the same dies.
Shannon had a comment about Gold Star. She said their customer service is great. She had a die break and they sent her a new one.
And we're going to talk about customer service in a second too. So the one thing that I didn't like, the Kam Snap website is very clean, it's very pretty. What I didn't like was that if I want to buy this, and I'm like, okay, this is what I want to buy, they don't do it right in the same section where there's a drop-down box. So you don't know exactly which die you need, and it'll say, there's a bunch of things that says, you know, do you need help? And you click different buttons. I clicked all over the place and had a problem making sure that I had the correct die, because it's not, I hate to say this, but lazy friendly. Like if I don't know any better and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I just want to do this, I can click on Gold Star. On Kam Snap, I'm like, well, I want that, but what do I get to go with it? However, here's the rainbow over Kam Snap. Her name is Judy. And if you've ever ordered from Kam Snap, you know that name. Judy will not let you order things without the right stuff. She won't let you interchange and make mistakes. She is on it like that. She makes sure. I had ordered a bunch of stuff. I knew that I needed the adapter. I got the adapter. I ordered a bunch of things. Before she would submit my order, I got an email that said, do you know that you ordered this and this, but you didn't order this and this? Do you have those already? And I had ordered dies, but I didn't order the hardware. And I was like, I have the hardware. I'm good. She made sure, and that is like her job, and she's amazing. And if you're like, I'm so confused, I don't know what I need. I know that I want a rivet setter, and I want to do rivets, and I want to do snaps, but I don't know where to start. You can send her an email and say, help me. This is what I want, and she'll put it together for you. So their customer service, top notch. Unbelievable. I have never dealt, our customer service isn't even that good, and I think we do a pretty good job. But she's like, hold on, before you buy anything, let me make sure that you have what you need. I loved that. Gold Star, I have not personally dealt with their customer service. Everything I've just ordered on my own, and I have heard both sides of it. Gold Star is located in California, so is Kam Snaps, and they have an actual store. And I have had people go to their store and tell me, they're not super friendly. They're not the nicest. I don't know that though, because I can't say that for sure. I would not badmouth anyone. I'm just saying this is something that was told to me. I've never had to deal with them. I have also heard people say they're unbelievably amazing. I think David is the owner. He's great. There's always going to be someone. I tell you guys this every week. There's people out there that can't stand me. You know, you guys like me, and there's people that are like, oh, they're terrible. I don't like her at all. You're always going to hear both sides of it. I have not heard anything negative about Judy. All people do is rave about how amazing she is, and I dealt with it firsthand. She is pretty awesome, and she won't let you make a mistake. So if you try to order this rivet press and you don't get the adapter, she's like, no, hold on, because you need that adapter. So I really did like that about Kam Snaps. Let me see here. I was just kind of looking at both, you know, I'm going back and forth here. So we talked about pricing. As far as shipping, I'm in New York. They're in California. Both companies takes about the same amount of time. Neither one of them is like overly fast. They both get your orders out in like a day or two for the most part, but we can't control the post office. And the post office from California to here can be 2 days. It can be 4 days. Depends on what you order. Depends on how, what's going on in the world. So I didn't find that there was really anything to compare there. Gold Star does 99-cent delivery. That's like their basic. So if you order a die or you order $300 worth of dies, you get 99-cent delivery. Kam Snaps has free shipping, $49 and up. So, that's pretty good, but 99 cents does not bother me at all. No. To pay $1 when I order a bunch of stuff doesn't matter. And I have been ordering from them, both companies, nonstop. I had to write down what I had on order because I couldn't remember because I just kept ordering back and forth. So let's talk about some of the other things that you can do with your rivet press. Obviously, I bought mine because we sell rivets, and I've wanted a rivet press for a long time, but I couldn't justify it because this is not something that quilt shops and places that I would teach would have wholesale. They wouldn't be able to go to a distributor, buy it wholesale, and resell it to the customer. It's a specialty item. So I didn't want to show off a bag or make a sample for a shop and be like, hey, look at these great rivets. Tell your customers to buy these rivet presses that you can't sell them. I didn't want anybody to get upset with me, so I didn't buy one. Now that I bought one, I love it. I use it constantly. I just love doing things with it. It's just fun. It's a tool. It's a tool that I get to have. So they also offer hole punch dies and, different things like that. Now, I've talked about this. I used it in the Daybreak video. I use this thing all the time. This is the Pro Master. It was 20 bucks from Amazon. It is the second one I bought because I lost the first one. And I thought if I bought another one, it would show up, and it hasn't. It's somewhere in this building. But that's okay. This has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I could have just counted those. 6. It's okay. It's been a long week. This has 6 sizes. It punches really nice. It goes through 1, 2 layers, 4 layers. I punch through multiple layers. I'm happy with spending 20 bucks on this. If it eventually wears out, I buy another one, or if I lose this one, it comes with extra plates. So I like this for my punches. And there's a reason why. I did buy a second punch from Gold Star. This is not like their brand. It just says punch plier. Don't buy it. This thing is junk. I was super, can you see how it's not even lined up?
Oh yeah, wow.
It doesn't even line up, and it has to snap into place to use it, and I tried, and none of the holes went all the way through. So I don't really think this one's worth it. Sorry. That one I'm going to have to give a 0 stars on that one. This one from Amazon, I would buy again, and I probably will because I'll lose that one. So that's fine. I lose everything. So hole punch dies. Gold Star and Kam Snaps has them. And I will tell you, one of them is the reigning champion of punches, and it is not Gold Star. So I bought from Gold Star. I did a bundle deal when I first bought it. And I have my dies separate. I have them separate because I don't want to mess them up. Are you laughing at my boxes?
Well, I get a kick out of it because I'm
stuff.
thinking how much stuff you buy, and that's your stuff, but then that's why we have so much stuff.
I like stuff.
She likes stuff.
Whatever, I like stuff.
Keeps us busy.
So when I bought my Gold Star bundle, I got, I did it's like a 3-part bundle. You get your press, you get your choice of whatever die, and I picked the 8mm rivets because that's what we were doing. We had those on order at that time. And I got the punch because I was like, why not? You'd have to make a hole for your rivets. So I got the punch, and it looks like this. It's just like a little pointy, thing, and then the other part is a hole. So, or actually no, it's flat. It has something stuck on it. It's flat.
When you order a punch like that, do you get more than one size? Or
you have to order. So
you
that's
have to order separately. Okay.
Gold Star. You have to order them. I think they might have one that has a bunch of sizes. Kam Snaps. That's one thing with them is that when you're like, I want a hole punch die, they do them in groups where you can get a bunch at once. So I did that with them. So with Gold Star, because I was getting this little bundle deal, I just got one. It's fine. It works fine. It's pointy. It makes a hole. But I wanted to see if I can make a bigger hole. Like, for instance, for grommets. You know those things that we have that I've caused anxiety over? So I was like, well, I'm going to get a bigger one. Okay. Looks exactly the same as the other one. But it has a hole here. So I was like, well, obviously, this must be sharp. I won't stick my finger in it. It'll make this nice hole. No.
What did it do?
Here's the hole that it made.
Where? Oh, it made a circle.
It kind of made a circle, but it's not even like partially punched.
No.
And I did it on the hard table, because this table I've told you is a little rickety. I try to do 2 layers. Sometimes 2 layers makes a difference. I did 1 layer. That is the best that I got. So
It didn't even go through.
It barely made a dent.
Yeah.
This is probably the most disappointing money I've ever spent because I'm not going to use it again. It's not doing anything. So I'm not super thrilled with that. But
Uh-oh.
I ordered one from Kam Snap. Now, Kam Snap has the little pointy ones when they're small, but they also have a big old hole maker. I love this. It's a little dangerous looking. Hold on, I got a lot of junk in here. I gotta find it. Where are you?
Are you bringing these to the retreat?
I can.
Just making a roux bag could use your hole punch to make their holes.
You sure can. So here's a really cool thing about Kam Snaps. You only need one bottom die. This fits a range of sizes for the punches. So that's kind of cool. You don't have to keep buying it. And they sell it separately. So if I bought this as a set and then I'm like, oh, I want a different hole punch, I can just get the top. So it saves you a little bit of money. So there's that little part that drops in the bottom. And then they have these little, this is a 2.5mm. So it's already got cork stuck in it. I was using it. So it's got the little hole here. So it's not pointy. It has an actual little hole, but
Sounds like
She giggles like
dangerous.
because this is, they're funny looking, but I like them. This is the biggest size that they offer, which is, would you turn the air up? I am sweating right now. It got toasty in here. This is the 12mm. So it has, it has the circle, and then it has this spring in the middle. It has a little spring. So this cuts a big old hole that is big enough. I don't have one separate. It's okay. It fits your rivets.
I'm just doing that.
See?
Oh.
With the spring in the middle. So it's kind of goofy looking. But this thing, you hear it go crunch, and you know it's making a hole. And the hole is 12mm, which is a 1/2 inch, which is just the right size for our grommets.
What a coincidence.
Thank God, because it's the biggest one that they have.
Yeah, really.
So I was like, oh, it looks a little bit small. It's tight. It's a nice snug hole, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
So now if I don't want to use scissors, and again, this hardware, you don't have to have this. You can do it with scissors and a rubber mallet. You don't have to have anything special. But if you're like, well, I already have a Kam Snap, I think I'd like to just make the holes with that, you can get the 12 millimeter and the bottom if you don't have it, and it works together, and it made perfect holes. So I was super excited about that because now I can make more rue bags and I don't have to cut the holes out with scissors. So that's kind of nice. So again, this is one of those things. What are you using your press for? Are you making one rue bag, one grommet bag, and you're done? You don't want to put grommets in anymore? Or are you making tons of things with grommets? That's going to determine what you want to spend your money on. Because a lot of these dies that I have here were really just for experimenting. I'm not going to use them. I know that. I know that I bought stuff that I didn't need. And that is a piece of advice I will give to you now, especially considering that neither one of them has bad shipping. Get the bare minimum that you need. Get exactly what you know you're going to use it for. I want the press. I want to set grommets, so I'm going to get this. And, you know, I want to set rivets. Don't go overboard in getting, you know, tons and tons of stuff, because then you end up with a box full of things that you don't need, that you're not using. So it ends up kind of being hard. You don't want to waste your money and then have a box full of stuff that's just kind of sitting there. So, can you excuse me for just a second?
Sure.
Tell them a story.
Tell them a story?
Tell them a story.
About
Tell them a story about Marlene.
About Marlene? Oh my goodness, that could be very entertaining. There's too many stories to tell about Marlene. She was going to try to cut the rope when we were parasailing. She threatened.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
here
back.
comes Marlene.
I'm back, so we can't talk about Marlene
I
anymore.
didn't
Well,
tell
yeah,
a
you
story
can.
about you.
You
We're
can talk
not.
about me and I'll add to it.
No, I didn't
That
say
is
a word
true.
about you.
So I really, as far as hole punching is concerned, Kam Snaps wins by far. So if you already have something like this and you don't need all the different hole punches, then don't buy them. But if you want to get just one for that particular hardware or that project you're working on, I am super glad that I bought the 12 millimeter because it's perfect. And here's another one, because we're already talking about Kam Snaps, so let me show you a couple other things. These are things that only Kam Snap has. These were kind of some of the things that swayed me towards wanting to try them out. And then we're going to talk about rivet setting and how I feel about rivet setting. So, Kam Snaps, I will tell you, Barbara.
Okay.
So, I love the hole. I love this.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's so snug, but it's just the right size. It was not planned. I bought these grommets before the Kam Snap. I had no idea. It's ironic that the biggest die for holes that they have is 12 millimeters. It's kind of nice.
Perfect.
But what happened was, when I ordered the one, I ordered theirs and I ordered the Gold Star, and I was like, shoot, Gold Star has a bigger one. Maybe I should order that and see if that works for like flip blocks or things. Now that I know that all the Gold Star punches are not great and they're not worth the money as far as I'm concerned, I'll stick with scissors. I would rather just do that than waste my money. It's just how I feel. So, when it comes to grommets, they do have a grommet setter. And their grommet setter versus the Gold Star for this size is massive. I think I showed you guys a while ago. It's not in here. It's like this big. It's like, what am I setting with this thing? It was a little over the top. But Kam Snaps has something else that's kind of a 2-for-1 that got me super excited. If you do a lot of keychains, if you're doing Sammys and making a lot of keychains, they have a key fob clamp.
Really?
And all it is 2 rectangles. Okay, so you think, well, I can just do that myself with pliers. Absolutely. It's doing the same thing. I will say though,
Probably
this,
gotten tighter.
Nice and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on there. It's a little awkward to line it up, and I didn't put glue in this because I was just messing around. You feel like you kind of wish you had a third hand because you're trying to get this under and pull the rivet press down and make sure it doesn't shift. With glue, it would have been better for sure. But this is the most secure key fob I have ever put on in my life. And all it is these 2 plates, one drops in, one screws in, and they clamp together. But guess what I used it for?
I don't know. Tell us.
My grommet.
Oh, the grommets.
So I put my grommet in there, and I gave it a good press and snapped my grommet together.
No
So
hammer.
if you're doing tons of grommets and lots of key fobs, this is a really cool die that Gold Star doesn't have. But But this takes me back to that, or no, actually, no, that would go the other way. I was gonna say, I wanna get the converter, but it would still be Kam Snap. Gold Star just doesn't have this as an option. Gold Star, if you're listening, David, I want one of these. I want a second one.
Yeah.
It's such a simple thing,
Yeah,
but
really.
like, hello. I just have never.
Those could be symbols for a little monkey.
For a little.
Jesus.
So it was gonna go there at some point. This is awesome, and this is not glued
Just
in.
uses that for exercise.
You know, and then I lift with my presses. How cool is that, though? So I was like, okay, well, I need that because I like to make key fobs. So, just saying. I'm just saying. And then I used it for grommets, and then for symbols for my pet monkeys. My dogs could hold these. My dogs are little. So anyway.
Symbols, you can have a little parade.
We can have a little tiny parade of chihuahuas. So, that is the key fob clamping. That's all it says, key fob clamping. But I thought that was super cool. The other thing that they have, because they have a specialty piece of hardware that Gold Star doesn't have, so of course they have the die for it, is magnetic snaps that are rivets on the backside.
Oh.
So if you're going to see this, if you're putting this on a wallet or a pocket or somewhere where you're going to see both sides and you're like, well, the regular magnets are kind of ugly. It's the same thing, and it's a nice strong magnet too.
Yeah.
But you have rivets on the backside.
So they're pretty.
So they're pretty. So if I'm putting this on, let's say I want to put it on one of those Rue bucket bags, and I want, you know, and I can have like a little decoration on the outside, and then I can snap that
Do
together.
they come in different colors?
Yes, they do. And I ordered, they're not here.
There's a
I
shock
know,
she
I
ordered.
know.
You ordered
Shocking.
some? Oh dear.
So, yes, I got rainbow, I know that. But they do have different colors. Kam Snaps has a small offering of rainbow finish, and they have a nice variety of finishes. Gold Star has your basics, your silver, gunmetal, brass, gold. Do not buy their rose gold. If you actually want it to be rose gold, it's not rose gold. It's not what I can, my rose gold is copper. Their rose gold is like, there's a little bit of rose on gold. It's not, it's like, you can't call that rose
I
gold.
wonder who has that job of.
That's how much they put on. Just saying. These all need to be rose gold. Okay, done. So I did go because I was like, well, does Kam Snaps really have like the corner market on buying magnets that have rivets on them?
Of course
So
not.
I bought this little box on Amazon. None of my dies work with it. So I'm still messing around to find out how to make this work, because there's 2 different sizes and none of the ones that I have so far have worked. So I'm still messing around, but I was like, listen, they can't have this market cornered. We're the only ones. Yeah, I guess they are. So I bought this from Amazon and so far it sits in a box. It kind of worked. I played around with it and it wasn't bad. My rivets don't look great on the back. They kind of, unless you like that messed up look, the hammered look. They worked okay, but they weren't great, so it kind of defeats the purpose of having a pretty rivet. You know, they're pretty good, not great. So there's some dents in them. So you know, I tried. Listen, as much as I want all the hardware, I want to carry every single piece of hardware imaginable.
Oh, could you imagine?
We don't have any room. Our brains are already maxed out on
Thank
what
God.
goes together. And
apologize for that.
I just don't have the money for that. I did just for my own curiosity, and it's probably not going to translate into anything unless all of you are like, yes, please.
You notice how she said probably?
Probably, because I can't promise you anything. I ordered a sample from my manufacturer of these types of snaps. I wanted to see if I can order something like this, get it in a good price point, get it in the colors that we offer, you know, for things like the Daybreak wallet and other, you know, projects where we might want to use a snap, and will it work with the presses? The only problem, as we've been discussing for the last 39 minutes, if it works with one, it may not work with the other. So if I get something like that, am I going to have to say, but you can only use your Gold Star press, you can only use your Kam Snap press? So I'm going to wait until the samples come in and see what happens, and whatever, we'll go from there. So I don't know yet, that's why. And it's also a lot of bins, and Barb and Marlene already want to kill me. So, okay.
If we have
So-
room,
she laughs about
if
it.
we have
You're gonna
room
kill
for the
me.
bins, it's
We
one
don't,
thing.
we don't have any room. We have no room.
No room.
So, whatever.
We're gonna have
But
to kick Lon out pretty soon.
we're going to. So, let's go back to the absolute basics here of what these things do, which is rivets. That's why I bought one. I already had the Gold Star with the 8mm rivet press die. And when I bought the Kam Snap, I got that as well. So here's one thing, and I'm gonna let you know this in case you didn't know this about Kam Snap. I did know this, but I went against it because that's who I am. Kam Snap recommends that if you are using 8mm rivets, that you get a 9mm die. It's very clearly published on their website. It's not, I didn't mess up, I did it on purpose. Because I wanted to see why that was. It's very, very clear. They don't hide it from you, they tell you that. Gold Star, 8mm rivet, 8mm die. I don't know what the reasoning is behind that, but there is a reason. And I tried out my 8mm rivets with both of them to see if one of them did a better job. On 2 layers of cork here, I am not happy with how the Kam Snap one looks. And yes, I know I technically have the incorrect die. I have the same size as the rivet. I should have a size larger, but I just wanted to see what would happen. So on the back part, I think this was on the bottom and these were the top ones. My top part on the Kam Snap got that weird hammered look. It kind of crushed the post in a weird way, where the Gold Star one did not do that. So I did it on 4 layers and they both looked the same. I didn't have that issue with the Kam Snap. So I would say, don't listen to me and do exactly what they tell you and buy the appropriate size. So Gold Star, same size. Kam Snap, next size up. Just letting you know. And as far as the setting, I like the Gold Star one better. There's something I just like about this better. The Gold Star has this rubber ring that kind of protects your rivet. So when you're pushing it down, it like has like a cushion to it, where the Kam Snap is all metal. And I think that was part of the reason why I didn't like it as much. I will order the appropriate size and see if it's better, because obviously they know what they're doing too. I'm not, I'm not gonna tell the maker of the press that I know better than them. But I kind of liked how the Gold Star worked better, so I will order a 9mm and I will see if it works better, and if it's just that's the problem, or if I don't like how the rivets are set. So as far as that's concerned, let's just talk. I wrote some numbers down here. If my only need for this press was rivets, that's the only thing I want to do, I have no desire to do anything else, I would lean towards the Gold Star. And the reason is, the Gold Star base unit, $59.99. 8mm rivet set is $34.99 if I buy them separately. So that's $94.98. However, they do have a combo deal, and I can get that and the setter for $74.99. So for $75.99 shipping, I can get that basic thing that I need. Kam Snap, I will get free shipping. I am over the $49 threshold, but if I want the pink one, I have to pay more. I have to pay $81.98. I have to buy the adapter for $9.99, and I have to buy the die for $29.99. I did not see that as a bundle. Their bundles are bigger. Their bundles are more inclusive, so the bundle in that case wouldn't make sense, because I only want to set rivets. I don't want anything else, but I would have to get extra things. So that came to be $109.96 to $121.96. It's a little bit more. It's, I mean, versus $75, if I'm only doing one thing, I would lean towards Gold Star. If I want to do, I love the key fob. I want to do these cool magnetic rivet snaps. I want to do the grommets. I want to do all these things. I love their punches. I would lean towards Kam Snap. But I am not dissatisfied with either one. I do not regret buying either one. I'm not like, oh, well, I got the new one and I don't want to use my Gold Star. Again, I think they both have their purposes. Do I think that you need 2 of them? No. I don't need 2 of them either, but here I am. I have 2 hands. I can do 2 at once. I can lift them up. I did not need both of them, but I wanted to because I thought it would be a fun comparison for you guys. And clearly I just like spending money on things that I don't need. So here we are. So in closing here, I don't have an answer for you. The Gold Star, the tool is less. Kam Snap, the dies are less. Gold Star has a larger size variety of dies and, you know, things like that. Kam Snap has more unique options that may or may not pertain to you. You may never put a key fob on, so why do you care about that? You know, I don't know. I don't know what kinds of things you guys do. I personally think the Gold Star website is a little bit user-friendly, a little bit easier because I can do those drop-down boxes, but the customer service on the Kam Snap side is unbelievable. I heard how good it was, and then I experienced it, and I was like, wow, Judy is really on top of her game. She is amazing. And they donate their proceeds to dogs, so that kind of sits. Kam Snap does. Nice. So that sits in my heart, you know how I feel about dogs.
No.
So.
Just brought a whole bunch of stuff over to the animal shelter yesterday.
And you can use either of mine. Gold Star does have smaller packages of snaps and things like that. They have like little bits, where Kam Snap has a little bit better price, but you have to invest in more. So I have to get more pieces. I do get a better price, but maybe I only want a few. So there's definitely good and bad. I am not going to tell you that if you have one, you've made the wrong decision. Please don't think that. But if you're kind of on the fence and you're like, I don't know what I want, but I really do like key fobs, maybe Kam Snap works better for you. Yes.
I have a question.
Please.
Being an older person.
An older.
All right, so this one has a nice foamy handle, and this one does not.
That one does not.
So somebody like me who has arthritis in their hand, this would be easier to
I mean, I
push
think
and
the
hold?
Gold Star is more comfortable because it has that foam. They both push about the same. They feel like they're, you know, giving the same amount of pressure.
Cam looks harder.
It does look harder.
It does push a little bit harder, but it feels like it has a little bit more power to it. They do sell these separately on Gold Star, so I wonder if it would fit on that handle. Maybe I need one
Looks
for that
very
to
similar.
see.
They do the shape looks similar.
So maybe I'll order one and find out, because Kam Snap doesn't have that. And
Yeah.
again, that might not be a big deal, but like Marlene said, that might make a bigger difference. The only thing that I'm going to say is that, again, if you're doing any of these things and you're doing them by hand, your hands are going to get tired after a while. And if you do have carpal tunnel, arthritis, I have arthritis in this finger. I have a lot of problems with my wrist. Trying to hit a hammer over and over again or use a hand tool, my hand's gonna get really tired, and the next day is when it's going to suffer. Where this, it's not so bad, and I can do it with either hand. So I would rather have a press than to try and wing it without one. But it's because I feel like I will use this, and I do use this. I use it for rivets, I use it for snaps, I use it for holes. If you have no use for this, you don't have to have one. Like, it's not for everybody. Do you feel like either one of you needs one?
No.
And Barb probably makes more bags than Marlene, and you used to make a lot of bags.
I used to, yeah.
Do you feel like back then you would have wanted one of these?
No.
See? So it's fine. It's not for everybody. I wanted it because I didn't have one. And I wanted it.
To one now, so
Yeah,
we don't-
right.
And you had access to one. I just, you know, a sewing machine is a necessity for us. We
Right.
need that to make a bag. I need a screwdriver, or I need, you know, a rubber mallet. I don't need this, but I like using it. And if I'm going to put in rivets, I want them to look really nice. So I'm very happy that I bought it. I don't regret either one of them at all. And like I said, if you're looking for the specialty stuff, Kam Snap's going to be your company. If you're looking for, you know, basics, I would probably stick with Gold Star. So
Leslie, thank you very much, because she's in the process of trying to decide what one she wants. And
it's
now
such
you
a
have,
pain.
You could buy one of our chains and put it through the loop and
hanging around
carry
your
it
neck.
And carry it with
Oh,
you.
sure.
I don't think I want to carry this anywhere.
No.
Because, oh my
Cat
God.
Hale suggested using a pool noodle on the handle.
I don't.
It might be a little wide.
It might be a little wide. I think I am going to order one of
I
these
bet it'll fit.
from Gold Star and see if it fits.
You know what else
Because
probably would fit?
then I can answer that question for you.
Covers for bicycle handles.
Probably. I mean, it's wrapping this handle, you probably have a lot of options. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal. And like I said, when you get this in, you are going to have to put the handle on. That's normal. There's one screw and one nut. It's not hard. It takes you like 2 seconds. Excuse me. But that's how they're shipped, because otherwise this would be a very awkward box. Other than that, they're really, I mean, yes, the Gold Star is a little bit smaller, but they both do the same job. So, if you already have a rivet press, I don't know what she just said. No, and I'm not even
Sounds
sure.
like us, one screw and one nut.
One screw and one nut.
You got 'em
Well,
both.
as I said at Log
Okay.
Cabin, we are all one layer cake short. We're all one square short of a layer cake. So, if you're a quilter, you know what I mean. If you have any questions that I can help you out with, I would be happy to help you. If you're ordering from Kam Snaps, seriously, send Judy an email. You can get her email right on there and she will help you, and she responds quickly. And you can just tell her, I am so lost, I'm so confused, here's what I want to do, help me put a package together. She will do that for you. I don't know if Gold Star will do that. I wouldn't know until I asked, but I know that that's one of their things that they advertise, like, Judy's on it, she's got it. They have a group. I'm in the group, and people make really cool things. They do a lot of cool clothes and rivets and stuff that, you know, baby clothes. I'm sitting here thinking, why do I want plastic snaps? Like, what would I use a plastic snap for?
Babies.
I don't have a baby. Now you understand why. Those onesies and all those, yeah, that makes sense. And, of course, I forgot who said it. Was it Dale? Maybe. Somebody was asking if you can use the plastic snaps from Kam Snap, because they have tons and tons of colors. Like, real, I want them for no reason besides the fact that the box is pretty. Can you use that on a Daybreak wallet? And I said, I don't know. I have no idea if, like, what the thickness is for those plastic snaps. Somebody chimed in, I'm pretty sure it was Dale, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, and said, yes, I tried one out. It'll work fine. You can absolutely do that. So if you already have Kam Snap with plastic snaps, I guess you can use them on the Daybreak wallet. Things I learned I did not know.
Tresha would like to clarify where you can get the magnetic snaps and the other snaps.
The magnetic rivet type snaps, these were directly from Kam Snap. So they came right directly from Kam Snap. This box that I still haven't figured out yet came from Amazon. Still figuring out this. Regular magnetic snaps we have, and a little side note, exciting thing, because you guys are buying Daybreak kits like crazy and buying magnetic snaps. I had to order some more, and the batch we got in, they're even stronger. They're better magnets. So we're like, I don't know. I guess I lucked out. They are like strong. They look exactly the same, but they're nice and strong. So we have plenty of them over there for all your Daybreak kits and all of the extras that you're using. And I may or may not, I can't confirm, be using it in something I'm working on right now. I don't know. But you might need magnets soon. I don't know. Yes. I'm trying to think what else. What else did I buy from Kam Snap?
Lord knows.
I bought these snaps, which they call fashion snaps.
Oh, wow.
And then these were the snaps that I got from Gold Star, which are ring snaps. They do the same thing, though. It's the same. Single cap, it's the same thing. They're just different sizes. And don't use the snaps and interchange them with other people's dyes, because you ruin things. Just letting you know. What else? Did I do anything else? Have I done anything else except use rivet presses to tell you about?
I don't know.
I don't think I did. So, yeah. I wrote here, cutting dies, 10 stars for Kam Snaps.
Yeah, really.
I'm so, like, excited. I want to make another bucket bag right now just to cut holes. Because I'm, like, so excited about this little, like, you know how quickly that's going to go?
Yeah, really.
You still have to mark them, but that's going to be so
Yeah,
quick.
but that's, yeah.
Like, done. And I still can't snap with that hand. So,
dear.
I almost forgot something. Hold on.
What?
I have something exciting to show you guys. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. This is next week's topic.
Uh-oh. Oh.
So I've had this topic.
I know what that
I've had this
is.
topic waiting.
Woo-hoo.
It's been on hold for a little bit
Oh.
because
We were just
I was
talking
waiting
about
for
that.
things to happen. So I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'm just going to torment you for the next week. Next week's topic is fabric design. How I do it, why I do it, how it happened, the whole thing, my whole story. So it'll be story time. And the reason that it's the perfect time for it is because I got a package in the mail with the headers for my
Wow.
new batik line.
Ooh.
So, if you've been following me, you know that I
They are
design
really pretty.
They are
cotton.
pretty.
I designed 2 cotton quilters weight lines with Wyndham. Now I am designing with Banyan batiks, so I have shifted into batiks because I love batiks.
What they call Spectrum?
Spectrum. Yep. So
Very pretty.
there they
I'm gonna
are.
have to put it in a request.
And I'll show them
Yeah.
to you individually, and we'll talk about that, and I'll talk about how that all happened, the design process, all the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'll talk about all of that next week, because now that this is here, it's the perfect time to talk about it. Yes.
Nancy would like to know what size magnets might we need if we were to need them in the near future. Asking for a friend. LOL.
Nancy, tell your friend that the half-inch magnets that we sell will be just fine. I feel very confident in saying that. So just tell your friend that those will work just fine for any projects that might be pending with so many creations.
And you got a lot of love for your fabric.
So excited. I'm so excited to talk to you.
I'm excited.
Can I apologize to everybody?
Go ahead. Marlene wants to tell you guys something.
Oh my gosh.
I want to apologize to everyone from Barb and I, because we have made some errors when we were sending out the snaps with the washers. And we really messed up. We became brain dead. We messed up, and we offer our sincerest apologies and hope we didn't inconvenience anyone with their project making.
They all sent very nice emails forgiving you very much. Some of them blatantly blame Barb, so it's fine.
Oh, that's perfect.
So
she does the kids, so that's great.
There's no excuse. It's not an excuse.
Not an excuse.
We don't like
Definitely
making
not.
mistakes, but in case you
No,
didn't
we
know,
don't.
we are all human. And we all make mistakes, and we try our hardest not to, and it happens. And it was luckily a mistake that we caught after it happened, but before it got too crazy. So it wasn't, email after email of everyone going, what is going on here? So yes, we boo-booed, we goofed, it happens, I have forgiven them, we're fine, it's good, they're not leaving,
It woke her up at 5 o'clock.
It woke Marlene up at 5 a.m.
Dawned on her.
and I started getting text messages, and I was like, okay. They came down, they fixed it, they sent them all out. If we have made any errors, obviously we never do that on purpose. And we don't ever want you to be afraid to order from us, because here's the thing, if today's your first day watching a video and you get a package and we've made a mistake, please don't not tell me. I have literally had people email me and say, I know you don't take returns, but this is black and I ordered blue, and I'm like, that's not what I mean. That's different. You ordered black, I gave you blue. That's different. I will fix that. If I have made an error, I will fix that. We do our best, and I think, honestly, we do an amazing job. I think these two do an unbelievable job, but mistakes happen, and we don't ever do it on purpose, and we would never not fix it. So I am sorry if anyone in the past has ever said to you, no, and I've had it happen to me before. I've had customers or companies be like, it's not my problem, I'm not fixing it.
Yeah.
But you messed up. So we will always make it right, no matter what it takes to make it right. I had a customer once, I don't know, I can't remember her name, I hope she's not watching. I sent her the wrong thing 3 times, and I don't know what was happening, and I'm pretty sure it was either before you guys or it was early COVID when I was bat crazy. I almost said a swear word by myself. And I just kept sending this woman the wrong stuff. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but please don't be upset. I think I'm having a mental breakdown. And I said, I don't know why I keep doing this to you. I just kept sending her the wrong stuff. She was so nice about it. So nice. And some people are horrible and mean and yell at me. I literally get emails where people are like, you have ruined my life. Those words have been used. You ruined everything. You're horrible. I hate your customer service. And I'm like, we made a mistake. I'll fix it. It's fine. So I am sorry if I've ever upset anybody, and so are Barb and Marlene, and it's all good. But please don't ever hesitate, and do not, under any circumstance, email me and say, I'm sorry to bother you. If we made a mistake, you're not bothering us. I'm sorry we bothered you. So we will fix it if we make an error. If you made an error, I sometimes can fix it, sometimes I can't. I had somebody last week that ordered a yard and actually wanted 3 yards, and I was like, we haven't shipped it yet? Not a problem. I'll invoice you, we'll fix it. But there are some times that I can't, it's in the mail. It's already on the, I can't, and you ordered black and you really wanted brown, and I can't change that, and I'm willing to work with you, but if you're mean to me, I'm probably not going to work with you as much as you want. Be fair, that's all.
They got an email before they even got their package.
See, well, yes, because Barb was like, I'm sending an email today. I'm making sure it gets out before the packages get out. And I think only one person got their package before we fixed the error, and we were already mailing her the snaps anyway, and she was super nice. So it was totally fine. So it's always appreciated when you guys understand that we are human beings and we make mistakes and we don't like to, and we're sorry. It costs me money and it costs us time. We don't like doing it. So we appreciate your understanding. They came back the next day. They came right down here and they fixed everything because that is who I work with. So that's all. So I probably have confused you more than anything on if you want a snap setter, and I hope it works.
Thank you very much for all that information.
Yes. So
yep.
Yeah, I've spent a lot of money just because
Charlie, have a good time in Maine.
I want to try it out. But if you have a setter and you want to tell me anything about it, leave a comment. We're always happy to know. If there's something that I need to get from one of these companies because you want me to try it out for you, just let me know. I'll probably buy it because that's what I do. And I'm here to please. So I think that's it. It's Labor Day weekend. Have an awesome 3-day weekend. I will be making more videos. I haven't decided what yet, so I guess you guys will find out next week what video is getting made. You can plea for whatever bag you want because I'm trying to make them all. And Stephanie at Cool Addicts Anonymous said, "Is there something you want me to do so you can do something else?" So
Trisha has a question there.
Yeah.
Trisha, what is the name of the rivet box from Amazon?
I have no idea. It is copy. I don't know what that word is. Coppery strong magnetic button clasp assortment kit. Well, copy. I have no idea.
That helps you at all, Trisha.
It looks like WOKAPE. I have no idea. This did not come with a setter, which I was kind of surprised by because
it doesn't fit any of these.
Well, and I'm sure it fits something. I just have to figure out what. Because I have a lot of things here, if you didn't notice. I've got boxes for both companies. I have to figure it out. Usually when I've ordered stuff like this on Amazon, they come with that little round disc and the little... It didn't come with anything, which I was kind of surprised by. So I'm going to investigate into this a little bit more and find out. And in the meantime, do that. But enjoy your 3 days off. Obviously, we will not be shipping on Monday because the post office is closed. So if you order anything between now and then, it will go out on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. If you work, enjoy that 3rd day off because it is wonderful, isn't it? When you get those 3 days off. So that's it. I will see you guys next Friday. We will talk about fabric. I'm very excited.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.